Hey guys, welcome back to the Kampai Sugai podcast. I want to do a little bit of a different intro today. I want to see if you guys know exactly who I'm trying to be. I've been trying to work on my voices recently because I kind of want to go into voiceover work and I want to be able to expand and try some different things. So if you know who this is in the comments, you can throw it in right now. So let me try it. But this is going to work because this person is an announcer, and I'm going to be hyping up my guest today. And if you've already read the title, you already know who it is. But I thought I'd throw it in. So, I haven't warmed up for this, Kels. It's time! Fighting out of Wahiawa, Hawaii, weighing in at question mark pounds. We have a mixed martial artist, a musician who is also a bachelor's degree in master's in sound engineering, theology. Okay. Master's degree in theology. And what's your bachelor's degree? Is it sound engineering? Yeah, theology too. Is theology too? Oh, okay. Bachelor's degree in theology as well.
Associates in music business.
Associates in music business. In the blue corner, we have Hi'ilave, King of Loco Mocos, K. Welcome to the show, dude.
Yo.
Sorry, I've been trying to work on my voiceovers, but I just wanted to see if I can hype it up for you.
No, that was perfect, bro.
Yeah.
I felt like I was coming in about to scrap Max Holloway, go all the way. You know what I mean? Like,
Would you?
I mean,
Would you scrap him though? Well, I mean, okay. Well, that's for a bet. Like, let's say
a loaded question.
Let's say $300,000. Would you do it
Oh yeah, I guarantee.
for 5 rounds?
Yeah, I'll just tell him, Uncle, just knock me out fast. He probably would, anyways. But
Do you think? We haven't heard from Max actually recently. What do you think? What do you think he's up to? Because he's preparing for his next fight. Right?
I know he just got married.
He's got married.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's coming off of an injury, right? So, yeah, we haven't heard from him for a while now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That usually means they're planning something super big.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I mean, let's throw it in. I mean, hey, maybe that might be your next song. You know, with Max Holloway,
Ooh.
right?
Take it to the max, and we go all the way.
Take it to the max, and then you fight him in the music video.
Yeah. That'd be sick, bro.
Anyway, for our audience here, I have my good friend Hi'ilave K joining us here, who actually recently, I'd say within the past year, you've started your own like singles run for as a musician. And if you probably know him, you probably know his dad, Uncle Nalu K, who is, I guess, CEO of Sons of Yeshua, or what would you say?
Yeah, he's the man.
He's the man for Sons of Yeshua.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's start off. For yourself, how you got into music, and where you are today.
Yeah. Oh, long story. Well, I'll try to keep it short. But
Nah, you can do whatever.
yeah. My journey started music, honestly started way before me, before I was even born. It's kind of just a generational thing in my family, and from my great grandpa all the way down to me, as far as I know, we're all musicians, which is super cool. And my dad started me off in music at a really young age. I think he was like 3 years old. He was in the backyard with his boys jamming, and I asked him. I was like so intrigued, you know, watching them just kani kapila and just hang out and have a good time. And I asked my dad. I was like, "Oh, I wanna try. I like try, please." And then he taught me how to play a couple chords and sing a song, and you know, it was just all history from there. I knew at that moment that music is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And you know, as I got older and stuff, you know, I started making beats on this like super old thick Dell laptop from like 1999. And like you could only put like 5 tracks on top before it would crash.
Oh gosh, okay.
So like I had to be super resourceful.
Yeah, real old school.
I remember one time like the laptop almost fried, and I went to go take the trash at our dumpster because we lived in a like apartment complex.
Yeah.
And I found this fan, and it was like the way it was designed, it clip onto the desk and it could just blow straight into the back side of your laptop.
Okay.
So that
Oh,
I like, yeah,
Oh,
it was at the point where this laptop was about to be done, and then like the fan like carried it on for like another year.
Oh, gosh.
So yeah,
Oh geez.
talk about roots. And eventually, yeah, I ended up getting like a real computer and stuff, and started making music from there, and producing and all of that, starting Sons of Yeshua with my dad, doing gigs all over the place.
Yeah.
And yeah, once I grew up and, you know, became a married man,
Congratulations.
My dad, oh, thank you. I'm so glad to be finally part of the club.
Very true. Yeah, very
Yeah.
true.
A lot of people complain about being married, but I love it. It's
No,
it's
I have no
awesome.
complaints.
Yeah.
Coming from someone who's been married for almost 6 years, I have no
Yeah.
complaints about it. So
Yeah, if anything, she helps me in all the areas where I'm lacking, and it like we're like winning in life at a whole nother level because we're married, you know. So
yeah.
yeah, super blessed for that. But what was I saying? Yeah, so you know, once I got all grown up and stuff and got married, you know, my dad's like, "All right, go make music, go spread your wings. You know, this is what you were born to do." And you know, I would I just know for me, like, I don't want to do anything else but just make music. You know, and to be able to now be in a position where I can do music full time is like, whoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, just nosediving it, bro. But
Yeah, it's a big
Yeah.
step. Definitely.
yeah,
Full-time musician.
full time. Yeah,
Yeah.
full time musician, producer, anything music. I just did a gig.
Marketer. Yeah, you're
Oh,
you're
yeah.
marketing yourself.
Yeah.
You have your wife that helps you out, but I mean, I know exactly how difficult it is.
Oh yeah.
You know, doing it without a team.
Oh, dude, super difficult. And even just figuring out the algorithms and stuff of all the different platforms and stuff is just, yeah, crazy.
So, what was your the first song you like learned how to play?
Yeah, I played at my gigs every week down at Monkey Pod Ko'olina, and every time I announce it, I always say, you know, this song right here is the first song I ever learned, and see if you guys know it. And it's "Waiting in Vain" by Bob Marley. Yeah, it's
love
just
that
2
song.
chords, the whole song, and it's just a super. It's kind of like a song that you just gotta grow up listening to, and I don't know, it's just one of those bangers that you just couldn't stop listening to.
What about like music when you were growing up really connected with you? Was it just the emotion behind it, or was it something that like really you felt it in the moments? Well, you know, what was that feeling?
Oh, that's This might be like my first time answering that kind of question. I would say like there's just like this intuition in me, like first learning music and then learning how to play music, that I just instantly knew like there's nothing in this world that can cause me to stop doing this. And like you could ask any of my friends from elementary through high school, like I was
ingrained.
I was the music guy, bruh. like during lunchtime in high school at I went to Castle. We had a class called Poly Music, and our teacher, Miss Cone, shout out to Miss Cone. She would just set up all of these instruments throughout the whole music room, in different little rooms inside of the big music room.
Really?
And so there's like a drum set in one room, and then in another room had like 100 ukuleles and guitars and stuff, basses, like anything you could think of. And I just spent all of my lunch times every day just locking myself in there, jamming.
Oh gosh.
like I don't know what drove me to it. Like I can't really put words to it. I just know that it was something that was like super intriguing to me, that I knew I just couldn't let go of. It was just a part of me. You know?
So did you learn all those instruments when you were kind of going into in school and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I took the time. It was all at the same time. I just wanted to do anything music, so I would like sit and learn how to play bass, you know, for like 1 week, and then after that I'd get kind of bored with it. So then I'm like, okay, let me try drums, and then I'd stay on drums for like a month because it's super fun, and then I get bored with that, and then go back to guitar, and then you know, just over time you just learn more about music, and yeah. And not only that, but like playing music with my dad and my family and stuff like that. We learned the Hawaiian style way. So like there's like two different avenues, right, for musicians. And like basically the first one is theory.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Yeah. And the second one is learning to play by ear.
Oh.
And I was started learning with only having your ears as reference for what's going on and figuring out what's going on in that situation. So like at family parties and stuff, my whole family would be out there with the guitars jamming, and we don't know what we're gonna play. You know, they're just like, G, okay, and then you just play G and you just watch them, and eventually I figured out like how to play by ear and all of that. And then once the theory came, it was just like, whoa, what the heck? You know, it connected the dots. But yeah, so I didn't grow up with the theory part until way later. But I think it's pretty cool that way, because now I can just jam.
Yeah, I recently I picked up guitar within the past maybe year. So like I understand what you mean by like certain chords work together. Just that's the theory side. But then like when you first learn about it, you know, ear wise, you're like, okay, like it sounds like it should go together. You know, like an A minor, and then you go into like a C or A minor, and then you're going into like a different chord. But then you learn about the theory part about it, and then you're like, okay, now, you know, I can transition from here, and then, you know, going into F, you know, then you'll...
Dude, I could blow your mind right now if you wanted me to on this. Cause,
yeah, go ahead.
So like basically this is like pretty much the only theory that like every general musician needs to know, is that there's different keys of a song, right? So there's like 12 different keys we can have. So A sharp, B, C sharp, D. And then in those keys, traditionally, there's only 7 chords to choose from, right? So any song that you're gonna jam, as long as it's staying in one key and not like modulating like crazy, you only have to choose between 7 chords. And if you know how those 7 chords are constructed, and honestly, you only really use 6 of them. The 7th one is, yeah. But anyways, that's for another topic. But
We could talk about it.
but yeah, so think about it. You only have 6 chords to choose from, and once you figure out how they work, you'll be able to predict in a live situation, where it's going, because it's all patterns at that point. You're making patterns, and patterns are just things that are repetitive. So I don't know. Did that make any sense at all?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to expand on it, yeah, go ahead too. Like
I think that's good. Right there.
Or maybe like an example about like what.
Oh, okay. So
Like a certain song. Let's say "Waiting in Vain."
Waiting in Vain, right? So if I never heard Waiting in Vain before, and I showed up to a gig, and we practiced for a whole set, and at the end of our set, everyone's like Hanaho, Hanaho, and then we didn't practice for a Hanaho song, and the lead singer's like, okay guys, we're gonna play Waiting in Vain, but he doesn't have time to explain what the chords are or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because we're at a show.
Right.
Just tell him, okay, go.
Yeah, it's on the spot. Yeah.
And then he'll just probably start off playing it by himself, and then I'll be like, okay, that's 1. Okay, that's 2. Oh wait, 1, 5. So out of the 6 notes, he's playing 1. 1, 4. Sorry. Okay, 1, 4. And then from there, I just gotta figure out what key he's in, and it's E, and then that's it. So it's just okay. He's playing those 2 chords, which is the 1 and the 4, and yeah.
Yeah, and then you just pick it up from there, and
then from there you can solo a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, just jam out.
Just jam out. Yeah.
What would you say your favorite instrument is? That you've got to like experiment with, that you got to really play?
Yeah. No, a lot of people would think it's guitar, but so like recently I started jumping back on the drums again at my church. The drummer, he moved away, so
Jeez.
so then I was like, I'm like the sound guy, right? And I was like, dude, I want to play drums. I haven't played drums in like 10 years. And yeah, I think
You're good at it though.
that's my favorite instrument. It's just such a fun instrument. I think it's very therapeutic to just bang the heck out of things, just bash stuff,
Yeah, I remember you making a beat. You just made it out on the fly, and I was like, wow, this guy can play anything. I mean, honestly, because I knew you more with guitar, but then
right.
But then you showed me like, oh yeah, I want to show you like these electro beats.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck is this guy doing electro over here? You know what I mean? And I was like, man, this guy can do EDM, country, he can do reggae.
Yeah.
Just a wide range of.
I love country.
Really?
Dude. Something that a lot of people don't know about me is I'm actually like super obsessed with country music. In this season, maybe next year I might go back to heavy metal or something.
oh my gosh, the heavy metal phase. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually remember. Oh man, I don't know if we can talk about that. I don't know if we should talk about that. We'll talk about country for now. But what's up with country? Why do you like country music?
Well, so for me, I've been in like more recent years been trying to study like what is the formula for hit songs, right? And so I would study like Justin Bieber's theory, and his producers, and anybody that's made like just super mega hits and stuff, and a lot of it just comes down to the lyrics and melodies, but once I kind of got that my mind going in that, I gave a listen to country because my wife's sisters are like super huge country fans,
gosh.
and I'm like, dude, why are you guys always playing country music in this house, bro? I'm trying to go to sleep, But like, I really listened to it, you know, like, from a producer's perspective, and I was just like blown away. I was like, how come I never had like this much of a appreciation for this genre? You know, as a musician, I should be, you know, loving everything.
Yeah.
So I went back to country music, and then I stripped it all down, and I was like, oh my gosh, these guys are geniuses in their songwriting, their choices of lyrics, like the melodies they do. They're very intentional in making things like like pulling on your emotions.
Yeah.
And,
I know what you
all
mean
of
by
that.
that. Yeah,
Especially with their country love songs, like really good at that. So yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean by that, because I was watching America's Got Talent, and you know, there's a lot of country singers on there, or even like The Voice. There's a lot of country artists there,
Right.
but then like you see the comments, and they're always focusing on like how the emotion, they feel that emotional side.
Right.
Maybe
right.
it's and one thing about like music, which is pretty cool. I've been kind of getting more into like horror recently, just because like
cool.
I kind of want to make like a horror film.
Yeah.
But like with horror,
Dude.
there's this the reason why like certain like jump scares work, or you know certain horror movies are the way they are,
Yeah.
is based on the sound or the music.
Oh, dude, you should look up horror music theory.
Huh.
It's crazy, bro. Like, this is kind of a weird thing, but like the tritone, there's two notes that are six semitones apart from each other. They create like the most uncomfortable sound, which is a sound that they use throughout just countless horror movies, because of it's like gut wrenching, you know. Those two notes just don't sound like they should ever belong together. So
You ever thought about maybe like in psychology? You ever thought about like studying something about maybe someone's mind, how they conceive certain music?
Oh yeah. Oh, that I wanted to, if I got like my PhD or whatever, I wanted to go into how music affects like a person's body and stuff like that. And to get down to that, you got to go down to like frequency and all of this stuff.
Brain chemistry, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Just how certain frequencies can invoke like fear, or they can invoke like pleasure, you know, or you know, stuff like that,
Or happiness or sadness. Yeah.
And it's pretty crazy, honestly. And that, like, as a producer, I'm like, man, so basically like music is a way to like brainwash people. If you think about it, dude, like you're using
that's a good point.
frequencies to make people feel a certain way, you know. And it's like you're setting a mood, and they don't know like what it is, but it's like scientifically proven that certain frequencies can like lower your heart rate. You know, it's like crazy.
Yeah, even in like we were just watching Zoolander the other day, and then there was Mogatu was trying to brainwash Zoolander.
Yeah.
But you know, of course, there was the visual side, maybe. But I think a lot of it was the mental side from the sounds. He was hearing music. He was hearing relax. That was the word that was the trigger word. But he was hearing relax with certain sounds. So it brainwashed him in order to kill. Here I'm spoiling the movie over here, but killing the Prime Minister of Malaysia. But I mean, you're right. You know, with music itself, in order for people to be invested in it, there's certain sounds that maybe people adhere to, or beats, or the way the brain works it's really interesting.
Yeah. Me, I can't imagine what a society would look like without music. That is just like,
that's weird.
Yeah. Imagine our lives with no music.
That would be that's an interesting. Well, in the comments, let us know what would life be like without music. Yeah, that's an interesting. That's an interesting topic. I don't know if we could
I
talk
feel
about
like we would still find some kind of rhythm because like even the way that nature works, there's patterns to nature, rhythm to like how this world works that eventually, I don't know how long it would take, over generations or something, will end up,
music would be developed from it.
yeah,
The
it would be
rhythm.
developed again. I don't know. I feel like maybe our bodies are hardwired for, what is that called? Like, I guess rhythm or whatever, because like our heartbeats and all of that stuff. But now I'm sounding super
metronomes.
stony, but
No, but I mean that makes a lot of sense though. Our bodies are kind of based on frequency, like I was saying. And then the way we are built, we adhere to certain music anyways. So we just correspond with rhythm, and it's just ingrained in us. You know? So it's an interesting conversation. Life without music, huh? Interesting. Anyway, I want to circle back a little bit. Let's talk about your time with in college, because you study music business. I thought for some reason you did sound engineering, but music business.
Did.
Oh, okay.
I did, and then I didn't.
So what about music business? What's different? Because I'm an accounting major, so what's different with that curriculum?
With music business, our main focus is basically how to take a song and present it to the most people as possible. So it's basically marketing 101. And it's a challenge, but with any avenue that you're in, there's a million different ways to market yourself, and it's not easy, but there's a million different ways. Yeah.
And I think what's interesting is that there's music business. There's I'm trying to think of another avenue with it, but there's like for like degrees and stuff like that. There's just different avenues with like there's realtors, there's entrepreneurship, but there's specific types of entrepreneurship too.
Right.
So I just got it right now. Sustainable entrepreneurship. There was a course at Winter Community College. They did entrepreneurship, but then they did sustainable entrepreneurship, which is interesting because I guess the two different fields. So music business itself, and then that's why it's interesting because like with accounting, there's like the general accounting, but there's also like forensics accountants,
right?
Or there's managerial accountants, which handle product flow and stuff like that. I can get into a conversation, but
yeah.
That's a whole different topic. But yeah, there's just so many different fields within a field.
Yeah.
It can't just be
totally.
business administration. There's just different things accounting for that. So
right.
So yeah, you went into music business, but then you went to theology, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I thought it was bachelor's sound engineering and then master's theology, but theology bachelor's and then master's in theology. Yeah. So why'd you go into that?
Man, it was pretty crazy. After I got my music business degree, a lot of my classmates were planning on going to Nashville to finish off their bachelor's and master's degrees and stuff, and I honestly just didn't have the funds to go, and there really wasn't any schools that could take me, and I really wanted to further my education and stuff, be the first person in my family to get a master's, but yeah, and like for me, I've always had a love for God. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing music and stuff. And my school pack rim, they reached out to me and they said they would take my degree and stuff. And I had to ponder on it for a while. Like, I don't really foresee myself becoming a pastor or anything like that. But the knowledge with how like God works and all of that, I kind of needed for myself to figure out, just because getting older and and stuff, and you know, yeah,
I know
it's
how
crazy.
I know how that is getting older. Almost reaching 30. If people are watching this right now, almost reaching 30.
Oh, yeah, you're still young, bro.
Yeah, I'm still. I mean, people say when you reach 30, that's when your body starts to shut down. I guess.
Oh, that
I-
sucks.
I don't wanna. I'm not like putting that into the universe, but I feel like I'm pretty fit. I guess maybe I don't know. I can get fitter, but
Yeah,
yeah.
same.
But yeah, I mean, yeah. When you get older, yeah, certain priorities change, certain
Right.
interests change too. So, yeah, I think that's super interesting that you went into theology.
Yeah.
My dad actually has a master's in theology.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't know which college it was. I think it was in New York. I think
Wow.
it was online.
Yeah.
But you see, it was interesting because online back then, because he
Right.
got it when he was like maybe, I think like later in his 50s,
Mhm.
early 60s. So you think internet online back then,
Right.
that's pretty crazy that
I must say, like,
he's getting that.
my schooling in theology did help tremendously with my music.
Mm.
And at first, I didn't see it. I was kind of just wondering, what am I doing here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But like learning about like the Bible, which is a piece of literature,
Mm-hmm.
and really getting in depth with, you know, how it was constructed. I learned like so much, dude. I gained so much insight on how to write, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and even just writing,
That's true,
20-page
yeah.
papers helped me to think critically, you know, about certain, issues and stuff in history and all of that. And it was really beneficial for me. And when it came time to do my practicum, I feel like I gained all of the knowledge to take my music to the next level through a theology degree. Like, what the heck? But
Yeah, yeah.
but it really helped me like so much, especially like when it comes down to now marketing and you know, just having a system, in place. It's helped a lot.
Yeah, I totally believe that. Like, especially, I could see like how maybe formatting like a research paper or something can go into like music being intentional with what you actually put into
Right.
your lyrics.
Yeah.
And how you structure it. I never thought about that until now. In theology, you probably have to do a lot of reading and writing.
There's no math. That's for
Yeah.
sure, which was nice. Yeah, but it was a lot of literature, a lot of things, and not just in Christianity. We had to learn about it. We had to learn about all the other different religions and everything. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. So with let's talk about you as an artist today. So I kind of want to take a step back, talk about Sons of Yeshua and how you got involved with it, with the group, as well as how it felt playing with your dad and being a part of that group too.
Yeah. So, Sons of Yeshua is basically the story of me and my dad just jamming together, just learning from each other. My dad, taught me everything I needed to know about music, as far as like reggae music, Hawaiian music, how to jam and all of that. And then once I got wind of that, I started teaching him more chords and all that stuff. And eventually we would do gigs together, just me and him. And this is talking maybe 13, 14 years old, which was...
Well, it's young.
It was really, a long time ago.
That is a long time ago.
And
yeah, you guys.
we always had a plan to start a band somehow. I don't know. I remember just us talking about it, like, oh man, it would be so sick. We just start a band. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we would just go to gigs and just jam. Yeah. You know, that's how I used to think back then. Like, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to do something, though. We're mean. And eventually...
That's how it all starts.
Yeah. Eventually it did. We were invited to play at our church, and from there we met a few guys, some who you might know. First being Isako.
Yeah.
Shout out to that guy.
Shout out to Isako, man.
We gotta get you on here, bro.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you the first experience I ever had with Isako.
Oh gosh.
So, like I said, we got invited to play at our church and stuff, and I ended up meeting Isako afterwards, and he was like, "Oh man, dude, that was like super cool." He was like, "Man, you guys sounded really good. Let me know if you ever need a drummer." I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, cool. Nice to meet you, man." And he's like, "Yeah, I used to play with 3+ and you know all this stuff." I was like, "What? No ways." And then I let that be. And then like about 5 years ago,
That's what he said?
Yeah, about 5 years ago,
Okay.
I asked him. I was like, "Hey, bro, remember the first time I ever met you, and you told me you used to play with 3+?" He was like, I was like, "What do you mean by that?" And he was like, "Oh, yeah, I may have stretched the truth a little."
Oh, that's a big stretch.
And he's like, I played with one of the members at a outreach where the drummer didn't show up.
Wait,
And I was like,
that might be a stretch too, actually. Wait.
and I was like, oh, dang, bro. But yeah, that's how I met him.
Second guy, man.
And then eventually, so my dad, we all got together, and with Isako, and then with the Sly Mongoose from Natural Vibes, now with Penny Dean, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, and yeah, we started our first band, and before we came up with the name Sons of Yeshua, it was Halea Pono, which means House of the Righteous. But then, like, we ended up changing it because my dad thought it was a funny word because he said it sounded like jalapeno. So Halea Pono. So yeah, we changed it, and then
I didn't even think about that.
he's like, let's make our name like Sons of something, and because there's like with Gabby Pahinui. Yeah, the group Sons of Hawaii, who would play with him and stuff. And there's like just different sons of bands, like the Makaha Sons of Mi'ihau, and all that stuff. So I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And he's like, yeah, let's do Sons of Akua. And I was like, that sounds so basic. And then eventually I remember the moment he texted me. I was actually right across the street over here. I was walking across the street, and I got the text, Sons of Yeshua, and I was like, oh, that's sick. So, yeah, it went from there, and that's how we started, and yeah, I don't know.
No, that's amazing. I love the name. It's a great name.
Oh, thanks, man.
Speaking on Isako, man, that guy, I've known him for quite a while. Actually.
Probably longer than me.
Yeah, I have. Honestly, he's probably one of the best drummers I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, dude, by far, man.
The guy is him and his brother. I don't know if you ever played with his brother. But
we were just talking about it. We were just talking about doing a band. So
Alo, if you're listening to this, in my opinion, I've already told them this before, but I think like they're like some of the best hidden talent. Like Isako is one of the best drummers here, and then his brother Alo is one of the best bass players on the island.
And it's even better when they're playing together,
right?
Because they're brothers, and they just genetically or something, they have some kind of telepathy where they just know each other so well that they can just lock in.
I just realized they don't even look like each other though. They don't even look alike, you know?
Yeah.
I never thought about that until now, actually.
Yeah.
But and then along with you and your dad playing, oh man, that's crazy. That's a crazy combination.
Yeah. And we had a lot of members, come and go throughout the years and stuff, and now we're with a new set of guys, and yeah, they're all
solid.
All solid, man.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about your solo career because you also brought some loco mocos here.
Oh yes, I did.
And I don't want them to gather up Steve and then
explode now.
Explode. I was gonna say get real soggy, but let's talk about your new single, Summer Vibes, and then why you brought loco mocos. What's the deal? What's with the loco mocos?
Basically, I bought the loco mocos because it matches with the album art of my song Summer Vibes, which just shows a floating loco moco plus lava equals Summer Vibes. And like a lot of people are just really confused before I release the song, like, what is this guy gonna write a song about loco mocos or something? Like, because I was like just pushing out videos about loco mocos almost every day, just to get people people's minds spinning. And
you swerved them. You didn't make a song about loco.
Well, in the song, I mentioned it.
Yeah, right.
So,
but yeah, it wasn't about loco.
I campaigned just the one lyric for a whole week, and it was really funny.
What a swerve, man! That's funny.
And the lyric in the song goes, "We can get loco, yes sir, mocos and grind up." And basically, I wrote that as just a way to be just to be funny and just have fun. I just wanted to do something funny, honestly.
It's a good explanation. I like that. Yeah,
Sometimes the explanation is just simple as that.
That's cherry. I like that. I like that explanation. So you did all this promotional work with local vocals, even though it's pretty much one part of the song.
Yeah, and my heart, like, behind writing Summer Vibes was this. It's that 2022. This is the first summer that is fully open that we've had since the beginning of COVID, and I wanted to write like a summer anthem, something that like was gonna be used to kick off the first open summer. Like, to me, that's really big, and that was kind of my goal with it. And the local mocos and stuff, it's just a fun little teaser to just get people thinking and whatnot. But yeah.
What made you want to go into being a solo artist? And for people out there that are listening, your name is just Lava. Why is it called Lava as well? Why is it not just Hi'ilave? You want to just go with Lava and then...
So the reason why I went with Lava is just because it's really hard for people to say Hi'ilave.
Actually, no, that's a good.
Nah, that's one of the reasons.
That's actually a good explanation.
Yeah, and I don't think Hi'ilave sounds cool for like, because eventually I want to do like R&B and pop and all that stuff.
You don't think your name is cool enough to be?
Well, it's just like, it's just hard to say.
Too many syllables.
Yeah. Too many syllables. The W, nobody's gonna know. Like, dude, I've heard it all,
highway,
bro. Yeah, seriously, man. Like, I've heard it all, and the real reasoning behind my name Lava is kind of just like this vision that I had where, and I believe like God was telling me this is, He was gonna use me like lava, how it boils under the surface,
Mm.
and eventually it comes out. And when it does, it burns, but it creates new ground. And he, like, to me, I felt like God was telling me, like, he wants me to come out and start doing stuff differently than ever before. And yeah, and that's basically.
I like that.
And then
Yeah.
with my logo, it's a check mark and 3 arrows. So it looks like lava, right?
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
actually it's a check mark with 3 arrows, and basically it's my reminder that through the ups and downs in life, I'm gonna be okay as long as I stay focused and keep my eyes on the prize.
Mm. Oh, I love that. That's
Yeah.
great. So what made you start a solo career in the first place?
It was always kind of something I wanted to do, is because I don't just do like reggae. I wanted to break off and do stuff that I just wanted to
Heavy metal.
heavy metal, dubstep,
Oh yeah.
trap music, country. Yeah.
Are you planning on doing a country album?
Oh.
Would you? Well, I mean, we don't have to reveal it now, but I mean, would you? No.
Yeah,
I don't
duh.
know what that means.
I think like once I hit a certain season in my life, I'm gonna be like, okay, it's time to do a country album, and then I'm gonna do it. Nah, it might be a lot sooner than that, but
I could just see the promos for that. You could probably dress up as a paniolo or something.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And then you live that kind of that side where you could do, like, if you did like North Shore, you could do like the fields.
Right.
Yeah. Huh. I'm already giving you guys ideas. I don't know. I don't even know if it's in the works already. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, you wanted to break off of not just doing reggae. You didn't want to be, whatchamacallit. I keep thinking typecasted. That's not the word. Typecasting is something else. But okay, for this instance, I'll say typecasting as a reggae artist. You wanted to expand.
Yeah,
Mm.
no, totally. Because I mean, for me, the way that I love music, it's not just one genre or one way. Like, if I could do everything, I would. Yeah, I love it all.
Would
So-
you do stuff for like movies? Like if you did a score, would you do?
Oh yeah, I'm already in the planning stages for that,
Okay.
my friend. Yeah, I
How
just
about-
came out of my movie scoring phase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know if we could reveal that, but yeah.
yeah. I love guys like Ludwig Göransson, the guy who made all the music for like
Oh,
Mandalorian,
yes. Yeah.
all the new Star Wars stuff.
Mhm.
Like, he also did Black Panther.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude, like taking an entire culture, modernizing it, and making it something unique is, crazy.
It's pretty crazy.
Through music.
So, what genre would you say is something that's like your favorite? That you
Favorite.
playing wise?
Playing wise?
Because I don't know, it could be different listening wise
That's
and
hard.
playing wise.
That's hard, man.
really?
Yeah. I think the easiest is definitely reggae.
Mm.
It's probably one of the easiest genres to play,
Mm.
period. But yeah.
but so how about okay, besides besides that, so besides country, what would you say maybe is another genre you're really into? Could be right now, you know.
Right now I'm really into pop
Mm.
music. Studying guys like, Justin Bieber,
Mm-hmm.
the kid Lurai, just a whole bunch of guys.
Yeah.
I really like pop music because of its simplicity, but difficulty in making stuff that's like super catchy.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that was like kind of one of the genres I was influenced heavily on when making Summer Vibes. Was
Oh, I can see that. Yeah, because it is more of a pop.
It's definitely an Afro pop song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So, I want to talk about like we never talked about your other singles like Muse or Focus.
Oh wait, can I take a break real quick?
You have to use the bathroom?
No. My leg is falling asleep.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, well, you can readjust.
Holy shoot.
Sorry guys, we had to make a cut so that Ilavi could readjust a little bit. And as you can see, we have loco mocos, like we were just talking about summer vibes. Right?
Couldn't help myself but to bring loco mocos to this.
And from Zippy's specifically. So which one's the best loco moco you had in Oahu?
Man, it's really hard to mess up a loco moco. You know what I mean?
That's what I was just telling Kelsey.
To ask, like, I did a poll on my Instagram recently. What's the best loco moco spot in Hawaii? And dude, people were like scrapping religiously over their loco moco spots.
Really?
The highest voted place I got was Highway Inn, so we ended up going to Highway Inn to try one last week. I know, like, dude, you're gonna go to Highway Inn to get a loco moco?
Yeah.
Who are you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you go to Highway Inn to get Hawaiian food.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? But yeah,
that's true.
so
I never had their loco moco from there. But yeah, we go there for Hawaiian food.
Yeah, exactly. So I ended up going. I mean, I got the most votes, so I said, you know, we're gonna try this place, and went to Highway Inn, and not gonna lie, it was actually really good.
Okay.
It was all in the way they seasoned the patty. They had their own secret sauce, and yeah, I mean, eggs, rice. That's pretty much the rest of it.
Yeah, how do you screw up a loco moco?
You can't.
You cannot.
But you know what's so funny is like people from the mainland, they trip out so hard when they see a loco moco, and to me that baffles me, you know, because it's something we just all grew up eating, kind of like musubis, and yeah. Recently, I went to a restaurant with a bunch of people from the mainland, and they're like, "Oh, what is a moco loco? Yeah, I want to get that." And then when they got it, I thought they were gonna be underwhelmed. They're like, "Oh my gosh, this is so cool! It's like real, authentic Hawaiian food." But I was like, "Yeah."
I wonder if it's because the rice, because you know a lot of people in the mainland, they don't really eat rice a lot.
Yeah, especially white rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like they can just. I mean, I guess they think like hamburger steak. They just make
right
patties with gravy. I don't even know what they have for starch. Maybe mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
So maybe their version of a loco moco would be mashed potatoes. Actually, that doesn't sound too bad.
Mashed potatoes, steak.
Zippy's does that?
Yeah.
They do? Okay, well, mashed potatoes. Yeah, so then that's the mainland loco moco. That's the local moco.
Local.
Yeah.
Moco.
Yeah. What would you say is your favorite, like, local food? Is it loco moco or is it something else?
I mean, I have to say loco moco, like in this like season of my life, because I'm pushing summer vibes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he could be.
Nah, but like honestly, like my favorite Hawaiian food, or like local food, but it's actually Hawaiian food, is squid luau.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I and not only that, I'm also the biggest critic of squid luau.
Oh, okay.
That there is, like, so as a musician, right? We do all kind grad parties, luau parties, all this stuff, and whenever they have Hawaiian food, I'm straight there to the squid luau, and then from there I judge, but yeah.
No, that's good. I would judge too. You ever had a squid luau? Maybe they put too much like cornstarch, maybe, or maybe it's not like they don't put coconut milk at all. You ever had that?
Dude, I've had every worst horror story squid luau you could think of, bro. I had squid luau that like the leaves weren't cooked.
Oh.
So when it was like
Ooh.
it was almost like biting into kimchi. But like super sweet coconut milk.
Oh, jeez.
Super, like, it was so sweet. And it was disgusting, bro. And like just like chunks of like not even cooked squid.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
I was just like, what
Gross.
the heck is this? You know, I've had other ones where it's just not sweet at all. And I think there's an acquired taste for that too. But like,
That's a very acquired taste.
I like it. I like it a little bit more on the sweet side. Not gonna lie, the sweet squid luau, but like, it cannot be candy squid luau. That's the one that's just like, ooh.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah. So
I agree.
yeah, there's just got to be a nice balance where you can taste everything. But then there's just some guys, oh man, their squid luau is just like, oh, crazy. I don't like it super soupy either. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, I agree. It's like
it's gotta have a certain texture, like
Yeah.
all of it, right? It's like, and for the people that don't know what squid luau is, it's basically luau leaves with coconut milk and squid, but the way it's prepared it's definitely a skill.
should be more like I like mine kind of like more like a stew. The texture for that. Yeah, when it's too
Same.
watery, it's like what are you doing?
Yeah. What are you?
What happened?
Who hired you?
Who'd you grow up with?
What town you from?
What state are you from?
That's even worse, bro.
Mine is so like one thing I try to look for is opihi. If someone picks fresh opihi, because I think growing up that was something that was like,
Yeah.
man, this is like gold. you
Oh,
know?
dude. Oahu luau parties are so different from Big Island luau parties.
Really?
Because when you look at the opihi size of Oahu luau parties versus the opihi size of Big Island luau parties, or actually not even just Big Island, any other island, dude, it's like crazy. Like, have you ever been to a luau party on Oahu where they served a ama crab?
No. Wow. Really?
Exactly.
Wow. What am I missing out here, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Shoot.
Yeah.
All right. Wahoo, you're put on the.
It's
put on
time
the
to step
spot.
up our game,
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah, it's time to step up the game. Stop screwing around with the luau party. Stop making it watery. You know.
Yep.
I'm talking to you guys. I know who you are.
Yeah, and stop picking the opihi that's like that big. Let them grow.
Stop making the kimchi style squid luau. You know what I mean?
Kimchi style.
It's not Korean. I'm sorry.
Hey, quarter size it up, please. Quarter size.
Man, I gotta try that out. Shoot.
Ama crab.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super good. You don't even have to season it, bro.
Oh.
It's just because it lives like so close to the water and whatever. They're just naturally salty.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
they
amazing.
taste really salty, but it's good. Yeah.
I'll say so going off of like local items, so like for local foods, I'd say chicken katsu is my my
Oh,
go-to.
yeah.
It's always been my go-to.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why it is. Just chicken katsu. Then it's like mochiko chicken, but like
That's mine.
mochiko chicken.
Yep. Most definitely. I'd had my katsu phase, especially the LNL katsu curry.
Oh,
But
I've been craving that.
But I don't know. That thing messed up my stomach one too many times. It tastes so good though, but like,
Yeah.
the repercussions are.
I mean, yeah, it does
Deadly.
that to me too, but you know, I'm okay with taking the pain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to expand on that, but you know.
Yeah, no. But mochiko chicken, yeah, I could eat that for the rest of my life. Yeah, what is a food that you could eat every day for the rest of your life if you had one option?
Oh, honestly, I would say chicken katsu.
For real?
But before, I remember I had a phase where loco moco was like my thing.
Oh yeah.
And I remember there was one day I had loco moco for like 2 days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's
Oh
all
wow.
I had. But chicken katsu, that could be something
Yeah, no, that's it.
I can live.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Chicken katsu, mochiko chicken.
Yeah,
Man.
mochiko chicken too.
I think anything chicken, shoyu chicken. I could eat that every day for the rest of my life, guarantee.
Well, with chicken katsu, there's the panko, there's the carbs, right? You're
Right.
getting carbs. You're still getting protein from the chicken. You're not getting any nutrients from
Yeah.
but I mean,
And the
That's
katsu
okay.
sauce.
yeah, katsu sauce,
Yeah.
Honestly, some katsu sauces are made with different vegetables, carrots.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they blend it in. I don't know why, but
Oh, that's cool.
people know katsu sauce like ketchup, shoyu. Some people Worcestershire sauce.
Oh wow.
But yeah, some katsu sauces they have like carrots mixed in, celery.
Oh, that's good.
And it's actually pretty good.
You'd have to drink that for your veggies.
Oh gosh, that stuff is rich, man. I don't know. That's not gonna settle well in my stomach, man.
That's it. You gotta eat it for the rest of your life.
Just the katsu. I don't know about the sauce.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
The sauce. The sauce. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll just make my own.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, so let's talk about Focus Muse. We were about to talk about
Focus
it.
Muse, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Tell me about each song and like, how special it is to you and like
Oh, yeah.
what it means.
So my first single that we released last June. So I've only been a solo artist for a year now.
Mm-hmm.
That song's called Focus, and basically when writing it with my brother Clandon, shout out to that guy, genius songwriter, genius musician, and all of that. He's just at a whole nother
Shout
level,
out.
bro.
Yep.
Whole nother level. Anyways, when we linked up to start working on some music, the first song we made was Focus, and like our process is melody first, and then we come up with the lyrics after. To me, if I could hear a melody, all I have to do is just fit words into the melody, and then we have a song. Some people can work the opposite way, but my mind just can't figure it out. So we came up with a melody for Focus, and as we were hearing it, it kind of had like a beckoning kind of sound to it, and like my intention with it was to write a song that like talked about the like imagine the situation where you and your significant other are fighting and stuff, but there's a pattern in fighting. You guys are always fighting when you're supposed to be spending time together. And basically Focus is like a reminder to all of us guys to be intentional with our other halves when we're setting time apart to spend quality time with each other. Because I think like if you just keep arguing and stuff during those times and not giving those space to cultivate that time with each other, like the relationship will just fall apart. So yeah, that's what Focus was about.
I like the melody. It kind of reminds me of House of Shem.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm a big
dude,
fan
you
of
listen to House of Shem?
Yeah, I
Bro,
love them. They're so good.
That's my favorite New Zealand band,
For real?
bro. Yeah.
I love House of
They're-
Shem.
That's cool that you noticed that, because they're one of my biggest inspirations in island reggae music. Yeah.
Actually, it was funny. Isako and Alo are the ones that introduced me to House of Shem.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, they're so good. They're so good.
I love those guys. I got to meet them
wow.
when I was in Castle.
Huh.
They came down and did a few shows down here, and they ended up bringing them to our school, and I got to jam with all the guys: Papa
Wow.
Carl, Tail Mecca, Isaiah, Oh, rah.
Oh,
Hammers, bro. Hammers. And
that's
from there,
awesome.
like, it really lit a fire under me, bro,
Mm.
to do music like them.
Mm.
I really love their sound and
Mm-hmm.
their approach to, like, island reggae.
Yeah, I
It's like
agree.
super, super catchy.
Yeah, it's
So it's good.
like a fusion.
I like how you caught on that because that they're a really big part of my I guess inspiration
Your vibe, yeah.
and vibe and everything. Yeah.
Oh, so like instantly when I heard Focus, I was like, man, this feels like a House of Shem
Yeah.
kind of beat.
Oh,
So I really I really vibed with that. That was pretty
yeah.
cool.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, love that.
Appreciate it. So, second song we wrote is "I'm Ready,"
Mm.
and that song, it's just talking about being. Imagine yourself waking up on your wedding day
Mm.
and the feelings that you must be having,
Mm-hmm.
as a man, and basically it just goes through the whole story of waking up in the morning and just can't believe that this day has finally come,
Mm.
and just being so thankful for that other person and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Shoot.
So it was pretty cool with that song because we got to use our wedding in the music video.
Oh, okay.
And that was kind of like my goal is like, how do you make a music video about getting married, but like on a budget? Because imagine having to do like a fake wedding, for a music video.
Yeah, yeah. Because imagine like the guy you would have to rent
Dude.
a tux or something.
Yeah. Or you'd have to like film at someone else's wedding. Like,
Yeah,
they're
true.
not gonna like. There's no one that's gonna like
just
let
give
that happen, bro.
after they say yes. Hey, can you sign this consent form? Can we use all this?
Can you kiss her one more time, but a little bit more passionately? Yeah. So it was really cool. We got to use our wedding footage in the music video, and yeah, that song is super special to me. I think that's my favorite song that I made so far. Just because musically that song is crazy. So that whole song, from when the beat drops, it's the same beat the whole way. But because of how the melodies are constructed, each section sounds completely different. And that's, up to perspective. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And then my last single before Summer Vibes was Muse, which is a Valentine's Day song. And the definition of muse is a person or force that inspires a creative artist. And that was my song to acknowledge the people in my life who have inspired me to do what I love, which is music. And and more than just being for other people, that was my song to God, thanking him for giving me music, because like for me there's just no other way, So
Yeah.
it's like a worship song too, when you really listen to the lyrics. And
Yeah, I like that song. It really applies to anything.
Yeah.
Whatever your muse is.
Yeah.
So,
And that's what the trend was when people were using the song. They were tagging the people in their life that they couldn't live without. Had people tagging their grandma, other people tagging their significant others, people tagging their kids, and it was really cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, you talked about inspiration a little bit.
Mhm.
Who are your inspirations in music besides
Brother is.
Brother is? Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Brother is because there's so much, man, that he did that just, I mean, he took Hawaii music all the way across the world, right? But like he was also so raw and so he just had so much passion for what he did. And like he's my biggest inspiration because like I don't ever want to lose my passion getting caught up in business or money or whatever. I always want to have that love for music with me wherever I go and stuff. So yeah, he's definitely one of the biggest ones. Second one, Bob Marley, of course. I don't know. I feel like Bob Marley is like one of my uncles. I know all of his songs. Like, I've heard his voice so much in my life that it's like I know him.
He's talking to you.
like he's an actual person in my life. And that's like something a super fan says, but I am a Bob Marley super fan.
Yeah.
His music
Uncle Bob
has just knocked me over time and time again. His music is timeless. He's just a master at writing hits and and also utilizing his pain to take him to the next level. Like, that's unheard of, so yeah. Another inspiration, of course, my dad. Wouldn't be doing music without him, honestly. And he taught me pretty much everything I know, and he taught me everything that other people enjoy seeing, through my music and stuff. So, yeah.
What's your favorite songs from each of them?
Ooh. Brother Is would have to be Hawaiian Superman. That was my anthem, bro, as a kid. Dude, I would play that song every single day, 100 times a day, bro.
I could just hear it right now, actually.
Everywhere I go, bro, that was like the song. From Bob Marley, that's a hard one, bro. That's like asking me what my favorite food is. I can give you like a small list. I think Rat Race would be one of them. These are all songs that majority of the people will not know. Rat Race would be one of them. Bad Card, Pimper's Paradise.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, Pimper's Paradise, yeah.
Slave Driver.
Oh, Pimper's Paradise was pretty crazy. That was a nuts song.
Then Belly Fool. Shit, dude. Yeah, I'll just stop there. There's so much, bro. And then from my dad, man, that's a hard one. I don't know. I like them all. Everything he writes is killer. Yeah.
That's amazing. Oh yeah, Pimper's Paradise. I could just hear that one right now.
Pimper's Paradise.
That song was.
That's all she wants now.
That song was nuts.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pimper's Paradise. Yeah, I love that song.
That song was nuts, man.
Yeah, I know, it's.
Holy crap.
I mean, the message in it too is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Don't be a hoe, nah.
So earlier I was talking about like voiceover work and stuff like that, and you actually did a reel. I remember you did a reel about like kind of doing like commercials, like you did like a challenge thing. Did you want to
evolve your journey with the fully electric Hyundai Ioniq 5?
Oh, you remember the stuff too?
Yeah.
Would you ever want to go into that field too? Maybe voiceover work.
That's something. Honestly, I don't know. It's something that I just do for fun. I like mimicking things. Like, don't make me bust out all my other accents and stuff. But
I busted out one of mine. So.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to do it. Don't worry, eat curry. Sorry. But yeah, that's one of my hidden hobbies is mimicking people. So. I think. So sorry. This is hilarious.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, no, my Indian one is. Everybody likes that.
But would you wanna like go into that field? Maybe like if, let's say Pixar was like,
Yeah.
we're creating this character for your Indian
Oh
voice.
my gosh.
You know what
They
I mean?
wouldn't actually use an Indian person. Dude, no ways. I don't know. I don't think I could do it. Man. That's crazy.
That's true. They would get an Indian person for that role.
Let's use this Hawaiian guy to play an Indian dude.
Well, I mean, like if you look at Dougie Kami Aloha, I mean, not to shoot on Dougie, I like that show, but the main actress is not even. She's not even Hapa.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
No, yeah.
I mean, I do like the show. I think it's like lighthearted. It's very family friendly.
Right,
You know,
right.
it's cool. But like, the main actress is not even
Yeah.
Hapa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
That's kind of a skill too, because they had to kind of learn the culture
Mm-hmm.
and everything.
She's from New York.
Wow.
I think. Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah.
But I mean, there's like Jason Scott Lee, who legend.
Yeah.
I would love to have him on the show.
Yeah.
Would love, because I've been practicing Kali, the
Mhm.
screamer, and then he does that even in the show. So I was like hyped when he was doing it.
nuts.
Yeah, I was about to bust my sticks out, and I was about to like start whacking the bob I have in my house. I was like, let's go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, Jason Scott Lee, I would love to have him on the show.
Yeah,
But you know, yeah, I mean, you know, for like Pixar and stuff like that, going back to voiceover work, would you want to go into that? You know,
I'm not opposed to it.
Mm.
I think right now I'm just focused on my artist thing, and
Mhm.
that's probably gonna take a few years.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if an opportunity ever arises where someone's like, "Hey, I think you're the right voice for this project,"
Yeah.
then I might consider it,
Yeah.
depending the budget.
Yeah. I want to talk about gigs before we kind of wrap things up too.
Mhm.
So how about like doing gigs these days? Because we're in COVID still, even though we're kind of at the tail end. But you're probably doing gigs during COVID as well. So how difficult was that for you?
Actually, I didn't have gigs during COVID.
Mm.
Basically, yeah, it was really hard. I think we're basically only doing one every few months, bro.
Oh.
Like, yeah, it was really hard. Now it's like, I don't. So I gotta give my voice a rest
Mm.
because of the amount of gigs that
Yeah.
we're just getting overflowed with.
Mm.
But it's a good sign, because it's like, it shows that, going back to our question about, no music in the world,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, people can't live without music.
Yeah.
So all of us musicians are getting hired again, and yeah, it's amazing.
Getting put in the mix.
Yeah.
Do you ever play at like Waikiki Strip? They call it the circuit, but like
Not in Waikiki yet, but I am playing weekly at Monkey Pod Ko'olina.
Shout out
which
to
is-
Monkey Pod.
Yeah, shout out to Monkey Pod,
Uh.
which is like to be equivalent to Waikiki, because they have all those hotels there and everything.
Mhm.
So
Oh yeah, it's like right there, right
yeah,
between in Kolina, all that.
and all of the
that
actually, I just
action.
came from a gig at Monkey Pod
Mm.
today, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's why I'm dressed like this. Is what I wear. And
Shout out to Monkey Pod.
yeah,
That's
shout out to
amazing.
Monkey Pod. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome that gigs are starting to open up, and then you're able to make it through COVID.
Right,
As an
right.
artist too. I
Yeah.
mean, you just started as a solo artist during COVID. I mean, that's
Mhm.
already difficult already. And then probably even filming like music videos, because like Muse, you
Right.
did a lot more with different couples or
Right.
different people. But then with Focus, you had to just be you, and then your wife was filming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was already hard enough already.
Yeah, dude. And COVID, it was a very instrumental time in music, no pun intended.
Mm. Yeah.
And I think COVID was like a catapult for musicians, basically,
Mm.
because we were so stripped of all of our gigs and everything
Mhm.
that it caused us to stop and just make unbelievable music.
Yeah.
You know, so like there's
the lab,
all
yeah.
these guys during COVID making albums and all this stuff, albums that are still coming out now, you know. And I predicted 2 years ago that by the end of COVID we're gonna have like 100 killer albums floating around. Yeah, so not like now we had guys like Silk Sonic and like all these other guys come out, and I was like, see, I told you guys, man, COVID's gonna cause us to do some crazy stuff in music.
Yeah, I remember MGK was just busting out stuff.
Oh yeah,
left and right, out of the blue. Because I was like,
Yeah.
what happened to MGK? And then all of a sudden during COVID, he just started busting out new music, and I was like, holy crap!
He was killing it with his punk stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. You know, so speaking about what the future holds, right? As an artist, what's the future for Lava Industries? You know what I mean? Music, album.
I think the next step for me is to do some shows, like not just live gigs at restaurants, but to actually do shows with live bands and stuff like that. That's something I'm working toward right now.
Oh, okay.
And
that's cool.
I'm not there yet because I'm just starting, and I need to have at least like 4 or 5 songs released, you know, to have that that content, you know.
Yeah.
And then now I can finally start a band.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much my next step.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I'll be there. Kelsey and I will be there.
Yeah,
you know
dude.
what I mean. Whenever you get,
I'd hope so.
I get a show started, we're
I'll
totally
send you
there.
guys tickets, guaranteed.
Garens. Wow, it's gonna be nuts, bro. We're gonna be skanking, dude. You know what I
You're
mean?
gonna see Alo and Isako on drums and bass,
Oh!
guaranteed. What?
Oh!
Hint, hint.
If people don't know, I mean, they have to see these guys play. I mean, seriously,
Oh yeah, dude.
Holy crap,
Monsters.
Yeah, that's incredible. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, Hilave, once again, thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for being a great guest. We had such good times. Thank you for the food
man.
as
Thank
well.
you so much.
Thank you for some local mocos, you know, from
Yeah.
Zippies. Shout outs to Zippies.
Yeah, shout out to Zippies.
You guys
Thank
used
you.
to have bigger local moco plates, but it's
This will do.
This will do. But you know, just letting you guys know, used to be bigger. You know what I'm saying? I miss the chili moco. You ever had a chili moco?
Oh yeah, bro.
I miss when they put the mayonnaise in the center, right above the rice.
Oh, that's killer.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Bring back the mayonnaise, the snack salad mayonnaise, right between the patty and the rice.
Yeah.
Bring it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Bring it back, guys.
how can people get a hold of you on social media and?
Oh yeah. So if you guys want to find me, you guys can find me on Instagram at I am Lava. That's where I'm most active. And if you send me a DM, I'll probably get back to you the same day. You guys can also find me on YouTube. It's a little bit harder to find me on YouTube because I don't have an official artist channel yet. I need 1,000 subscribers. But if you do find my YouTube channel, you can find it by just typing my name and typing in any one of my songs like Summer Vibes, Muse, Focus, or I'm Ready. And then also on Facebook under I Am Lava Music. TikTok, I Am Lava Music. And I think that's everything. Oh, if you guys want to contact me, you guys can contact me at iamlava.contact@gmail.com.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And you also have all your links for like Spotify or.
Yeah.
You have a SoundCloud too?
No, not yet.
No SoundCloud. But yeah, it's in your link in your bio.
In my bio on my
IG.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, Hilave, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you.
At the end of the show, we always do a Kampai. So this is to you as a solo artist, as well as opening up shows, new albums,
Yeah.
future country album,
Yeah.
or heavy metal, future heavy metal.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, this is to you as an artist, and thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Kampai.
Bye.